Good morning, everyone. It's the notorious, glorious V, the Guerrilla Economist, and I am back for 5 minute news recap of the day, where we bring everything to you live and fresh, giving you the hot topics that you need to check out, that you need to keep your eye on, folks. I'm going to also ask you this. Listen, here's the deal. I want every single one of you listening to my voice. Go to my Patreon, bloody join it, man. There's some awesome content I am putting there, exclusive, hard hitting, raw information you're not going to find anywhere else, real deal analysis, the best damn analysis in the world, not just because I say so, because I'm the guy doing it, but because I am that damn good. And you need to go check it out. Also, bear in mind, also, guys, right after this 5 minute news broadcast, I'm going to hop over there to the Patreon around 9:30 or so. And I'm going to tell you what all the calamities in the world is clearly about. I'm going to break down what I call the techno war and get you behind the scenes of everything. I'm going to show you how it all connects. Nobody connects it better than I do. You know why? Because I've worked in precious metals, I've worked in cryptos, I've done the whole entire thing at an institutional level, which is far more than anybody else that's out there talking about this today. That is period, punto final, and that's provable, observable, and factual. And now, with that all being said, also check out the trading room. Join the trading room, man, because you know what? It's one of the few ways for you to earn income and hell, maybe even get yourself out of a job and get yourself trading for a living. All right. With that being said, guys, let's jump into it. We have none other than the maniacal mustache was at it again. He was flapping his gums. He was flapping his mouth underneath that bushy mustache of his. The one and only John Bolton says that there's no doubt that the Iranian naval mines used in the UAE tanker sabotage. Folks, you all know this. You all heard about this. Addressing at a press conference in Dubai on Wednesday, U.S. national security warhawk, warmonger, John the maniacal murderous mustache, John the murderous, forget the maniacal, John the murderous mustache Bolton, I like that better, said the Iranian underwater mines were likely used in an attack on 4 international oil tankers near the Strait of Hormuz a week and a half ago, including 2 Saudi vessels, but still didn't present evidence nor show the precise nature of the damage. Who needs evidence these days, folks? All you got to do is just state statements. Yes, this was done by Iran. I mean, no facts. Nobody needs any proof anymore. Kind of like 2 weeks ago when Hamas, quote unquote, was shooting off 700 rockets, quote unquote, hitting targets in Israel, quote unquote, and all without any sort of proof. Iran was behind it. Just like this oil tanker thing. Do you think if there are actual mines, the type of mines used by the Iranians, which are Russian-made naval mines, folks? Okay, these sea mines were used. Okay, don't you think these oceanic vessels, these ocean tankers, these oil tankers will be at the bottom of the Strait of Hormuz? Don't you think they'll have a hole the size of the Titanic blown onto their hull, and that we'd have an environmental catastrophe with all the leaking oil, especially when you detonate like 4 of them, 4 international oil tankers? But no. Let's abscond ourselves of any sort of reality, fact, or truth, and let's just that's what the murderous mustache is talking about. The murderous mustache says Iran probably used Iranian naval mines for the UAE attacks, he said, in Abu Dhabi, set to attend the emergency summit of Gulf leaders to consider the implications of both the May 12th tanker sabotage. Gee, I wonder who did that. The end justifies the means. The means justify the ends, or the end justifies the means with the murderous mustache, folks. The sabotage happened near the Fujairah Emirate, and the drone strikes 2 days following on a Saudi Aramco pipeline and oil pumping station. Sure. Bolton further said that there was no doubt that Iran ordered a series of aggressive attacks. It's such BS. Oh, my God. Also echoing prior Pentagon statements, I think it's clear that these tanker attacks were naval mines, most certainly from Iran, because the murderous mustache, this is a guy who sits there and looks at images of war, death, decay, and destruction, probably masturbates. That's how mentally deranged John Bolton is. But that's Bolton for you, folks. That's what John Bolton is saying. Next bit of news. China is saying, hey, guess what? You want to start beef? We're going to go ahead and weaponize rare earths. We're going to go after it. We're going to cut you off the supply. And what is that going to do to Amazon? What's that going to do to Crapple and Google and Fakebook? What's it going to do to all these data mining operations that's even run by the NSA when you're cut off from the very lifeblood that requires your infrastructure, your data infrastructure, your cloud computing, and your quote-unquote Internet of Things begins to implode? China says a flurry of Chinese media reports on Wednesday, including an editorial flagship newspaper of the Communist Party, raised the prospect of Beijing cutting exports to the commodities that are critical in defense, energy, electronics, and automobile sectors. The world's biggest producer, China, supplies 80% of U.S. imports of rare earths, which are used in a host of applications from smartphones to electric vehicles and wind turbines. What is going to happen, folks? You're going to talk about catastrophe. Catastrophe. The last bit of news, Bibi Netanyahu, the Netanyahu Bibi, the man who cannot help but blow up crap and scare his own population. Netanyahu's in a whole heap of trouble as his coalition building crisis intensifies. Hours before the midnight deadline, he can't form a coalition. He can't form a parliament. He is in big trouble with the country's month-old parliament launching a debate on dissolving itself and calling new elections. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu managed to glide past a tangle of corruption scandals. He is the Teflon. He's the Teflon rabbi over here. The Teflon Shlemiel himself to win a fifth term. Geez, aren't you Israelis sick of this bastard already? Time to get some new, fresh ideas. It's the same old, same old. My God. If he can't assemble a majority government by the deadline, he's likely to advance a bill to dissolve parliament and go to the polls again, rather than let a rival have a shot at building a coalition. And if he can't perform the government, he prefers to go to an election where he might fare better than before, says Gael Tishir, a senior political analyst. Big trouble in Little Israel, so keep abreast of that. And folks, you want to get the real deal. You want to get ready to get pumped up. Join me on my Patreon. Let me show you what I can do when I am unleashed, unbridled, and uncensored. Follow me over there. This is the Gorilla. Over and out. Link is in the description box. What I'm about to say today is going to blow your mind away, folks. Going to blow your mind away. Peace.